There it is. Now it's recording. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is sopamanxx, and I love to play Red Orchestra 2. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. You definitely saw the cover of the video. That's why you clicked on it. I assume that you weren't doing it because of user loyalty, because I never upload stuff onto my channel, and this is mostly just a distraction that I have. I had a beautiful weekend with my parents. I managed to see my niece. I had a lot of fun. We ate a lot of food. It was great. I'm actually feeling pretty good right now. And today, what I want to do is I wanted to make a little video about. Originally, this wasn't even going to be the point of the video. Today, what I was going to do, I was going to make a video about a viral tweet that happened about Darksydephil, aka DSP, aka a scumbag, aka a groomer, and that's exactly what I'm going to talk about today. But I decided that instead of doing two different videos, because why bother making two videos? But I decided that I think it would be a good idea to kind of condense both things into something. So there's this viral tweet that happened very recently by some guy. I'm gonna post a picture here on the stream, and I'm gonna put a link to it in the comment section, where a guy essentially wrote that DSP survived. He survived like all of these other like different companies, like Rooster Teeth. The other guys, Screenwave. No, what was it? Screw Attack and other companies and whatever the hell. And that person said he survived it. Like he's doing a good job. Like you survive. You survived the catastrophe. Now everything's gonna start to get better, right? Oh no. And I wanted to talk real quickly, and this is what I'm going to talk about in the video. And finally, I'm going to get to the final part of the video where I'm going to explain something a little different. I wrote it down here in my little mini script. Like I said, I don't write a big script like I'm going to say exactly this. I normally just talk over myself, essentially. I just talk. I don't really have like a big. I'm going to mute this right now, real quick, before I forget. But I don't have a big, like, like script or something that I have. I just have like 10 bullet points and that's it. I have a couple of bullet points and I say, okay, this is all that I have. So the first thing is, who is DSP? DSP started streaming in 2010. He became, according to himself, I think that he saw himself as the bad boy of YouTube, even though no one ever called him that. And he managed to gather an audience of people who at one point may have unironically liked him because he was such a bizarre person that hated on everything and hated everyone. I can relate to that. I'm a hater of things too. I like hating stuff. But then as the time went on, other people started to do it, and the only reason he has an audience, like most big YouTubers, like if you watch Ninja, if you watch other big YouTubers now, the reason why they even have an audience, and this is something that has happened if you look at Reddit, if you look at Twitch, if you look at other like platforms, if you go into a famous YouTubers or Twitch streamers stream right now, you're gonna find that it's very unentertaining, and they're mostly just playing games, and they're mostly like Ninja, for example, or XQC. These people are terrible streamers, but people still watch them because they were watching them for a long time, and they kind of make this drama happen. Kind of the same thing happened with DSP, but backwards. Like he started out with a base. He never really had a lot of views on his YouTube videos and stuff. Maybe for the time he did, maybe like 100,000 views. I think it's a lot of views for any kind of video. I have a video with I think 140,000 views that I made in like 2010, maybe 2012. I don't remember when I made it, but it's on my channel somewhere. If you want to find it. It's about cheating in an offline game because no one else had made it. Regardless of that, he started to go through the years, 2013, 14, 15, and he started to lose viewership. He started to lose sponsors. He stopped. Well, he never had sponsors. Well, he did, kind of. But the problem is that DSP is such a liar, a complete liar. Like he has been caught in his lies easily 100 times. Like he has lied about things, and if someone were to make a video of all the lies and the because at one point I wanted to do that project. I was like gonna just record all. I was gonna watch all of DSP's YouTube history, and then every time that he had a lie that I knew that he was lying, I was gonna show the video instantly afterwards, saying this is him contradicting himself. If I did that, that would take me a year, probably in total. 6 months to gather the information and 6 months to buffer the thing into YouTube. Not gonna work. I hope someone does it. Maybe just do it like by episodes, like every year. Like just every time he lies, you find that moment and then you find the contradiction later. I thought that would be a fun project. I never did it because I said I didn't want to go crazy. And then the years went on, and he had the masturbation event. Was caught masturbating in front of the camera, and that was like a thing that obviously he denied at first, and he banned people for. He banned people that said, "Hey, you were caught like jacking it," and he banned them. And then he embraced it, and then he went up, and then immediately went down because that's what locals do. They have like one big event, and then everyone forgets about them. And ever since then, he's kind of been like stumbling over through lies and lies and lies. He's been lying all his life, pretty much, about everything. He's just like Wings of Redemption, like low tier bitch. It's the same things. All these locals and Boogie, obviously, they're all liars. And this is something that you have to understand. Narcissistic liars. They're never wrong. It's always someone else's fault. And they're always lying so that they can look either innocent, like Boogie, or so that they can farm for more views, like Wings and Darksydephil. They're all scum. There's no positive to them. There has been never been any positive about a lolcow. Directly speaking, indirectly, it's funny to watch them stumble upon themselves and be complete failures. But then 2020 happened, 2021 happened. He had the bankruptcy. Obviously, we most people know about this. I want to clarify this to YouTube and to the IRS, which I wrote a report. Someone once posted a Twitch report, a Twitch link, a Twitter link. I'm sorry, that one of the community members of the detractor community, quote unquote, because it's not an official thing. It's not like you get into a cycle and you're there. No, you just become a part of it by posting videos about it and like chatting with the community. And you're like, yeah, I hate DSP, and most people do. He has no real fans, and I'm gonna get to that. And then, like I said, he had this situation with the IRS where he lied. He falsified his bankruptcy. He had a bankruptcy in 2017. He said I didn't have one. Then he came out and said. Then on KiwiFarms.com, I think now I don't know what if it's KiwiFarms.com or ST or something, but Kiwi Farms eventually discovered that he falsified his bankruptcy reports, and that he obviously plays WWE champions. These are things that have been proven. This is beyond discussion. He plays WWE champions, even though he says he doesn't. He spends most of his YouTube money and most of his donations on that. And then he also, what's the other one? He also spends money on, well, DoorDash and Gin. This has already been proven. This is beyond any kind of falsehood. This is the truth. This has already been analyzed. This has already been deduced. There's like no chance. You could show it to a lawyer, all the information, and be like, yeah, this guy committed bankruptcy fraud, and he's also using all that. He put 5,000. This is one thing that I remember about the bankruptcy hearings. He said $5,000 per business expenses every month. A person, I remember, I think I read it on Kiwi Farms that someone said like $5,000 is impossible. Like I think someone said a story on Kiwi Farms about how he had a friend who was in a car dealership, and he said that he sells hundreds of thousands of dollars probably every month. I don't know, maybe millions every year. And this guy does not have $5,000 business expenses. So we all know he's lying. He's lying, and he lied out of his ass, and he got okay. He got away with it because it was the pandemic, and a lot of people were probably going through the same thing. I made a report to the IRS, but the IRS wheels turn slowly, and really it doesn't really bother them, I guess, that much. But he did scam it. The numbers don't add up, and I'm hoping that eventually he's going to get arrested by the IRS. In fact, I am shocked that no one in the detractor community, like anywhere, has ever seen him been like, "Oh, I'm from the IRS. What the fuck is this? What the fuck? Who wrote this shit?" And been like that. I'm actually surprised that it hasn't happened. I'm like, legitimately, I think that there has to be. I mean, if we saw a little sign that says DSP get a job in a wrestling match, there's definitely a possibility that we could find a guy who like works in the IRS and says like, "Yo, man, can you take a look at this?" Like, if I knew someone that worked in the IRS somehow, I live in South America, but if I knew like a person somehow, and I said, "By the way, you work in the IRS?" "Yeah, yeah, you know, I can look at bankruptcy." "No shit. By the way, I know this person. Can I show you something?" And we just download the file. It's on YouTube somewhere or on Google somewhere. Download the file, show it to him, and be like, "What the? Who wrote this shit?" "This guy." And they just show him the channel, and I don't know. You can get a reward, by the way. This is no joke. You can get rewarded if you report someone for scamming the IRS. That's no joke. You can look it up on Google. It's there. Look it up. It's there. But his current state right now, after all the disasters, after all of the ways that he has been like getting rid of his whales and his supporters, his current situation right now is that he's supported by 4 people who have mental disabilities. This is not an exaggeration. This is not something that I'm saying to try and insult people. This is legit. He has 4 supporters and one which gives him like I think it's like 50 or 60% of everything that he makes in a month. A person called Only Iced Coffee, aka Ryan. That's his real name because Darksydephil, DSP, the idiot, actually said his name by mistake. And of course, afterwards, he's like, no, 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 I was reading another thing. I was reading an email from another unrelated person called Ryan. I was like, no, no. You read the fucking email and the donations. And also, Darksydephil has lied about not being able to read donators' information, which is a fucking lie. I've gotten donations on Twitch before. I've gotten donations on PayPal before. You can see the name of the person. Obviously, I'm never going to go out and say it because that's like I'm pretty sure that's illegal. I'm 50% sure maybe that that's illegal. So you can't really do that. So I would never say it. But he's supported by 4 mentally handicapped people. If you find there's a channel called Super Crazy, Super CR CR said why I think CR said why Super Crazy, and he basically keeps track of all the different people that donate money to him. And to give you an example of this, there are some people. There's a person. I have a few videos on my channel too about them. Now that I think about it, like a person there's called NDO103 that has a YouTube channel, and that person is mentally handicapped. He has some kind of autism. There's another guy that I'm pretty sure that he's going through a second or third bankruptcy. I think his name is Timbo Slice. I don't know what his real name is. I think someone leaked it, but I don't remember. There's another guy who has gone through, no joke, 2 different bankruptcies. The fucker's married. The fucker is married, and he has gone through the 2 different bankruptcies, and he's still donating money to Darksydephil. This is mental disability. This is autism. I don't even know what makes a person go like that. There's another guy called Jax Raxor with Jaxx XXOR Raxor, and this guy has donated about maybe like 5, 10, $20,000 at this point, while at the same time the same inbred fuck has been claiming, no joke, that he's saving up for a car. This is the kind of mental disability, and there are people out there with literal mental disabilities that are like, no joke, there's a fat guy with no teeth, like no front teeth or anything, that's just there like, hey, don't attack Darksydephil because he's a nice person. There's another guy called K Styles with an I, not with a Y, with an I, 1998, I think 1998. That is also a person that ignores all evidence that Darksydephil is a groomer and a scammer and a liar. He doesn't care, and he still donates money to him. And also, there are like other like losers that donate money to him like every day, like $5 or 30 or $10. You could make a whole video about Only Iced Coffee and the fact that he's donated like I think at this point it must be at least $100,000 that he's donated to him alone. And the theory that I have personally, even though it's not related to the video, is that the guy has to be working in some kind of IT job, because if he has that amount of money, that means he's spending all of it on Darksydephil. And also he's able to make Smurf accounts every once in a while, which isn't that complicated, but I guess he makes Smurf accounts, and then he keeps talking to himself in DSP's chat to try and get other people to look at like, look, someone, a totally random person. This happens every single day on his streams. No joke. Don't watch the direct stream, watch the restreams. But if you go there, you're gonna watch it and you're gonna be like, who the fuck is this like random person that comes in and donates like $30 so that it's exactly 50, and sometimes they donate $50 plus another so that it's 100 or 150, and it's always the same. It's exactly $50, because Darksydephil has a Discord behind closed doors that he said he never had, but then he said he did. Again, this is not a lie. He has been caught in so many lies that everything that he says has to be assumed he's a lie. When he says, I'm going to be honest with you, assume he's lying. When he says, I'm going to give you my opinion, it's a lie. When he says anything, it's always a lie. There are no truths that come out of a local's mouth ever. And DSP is one of the worst offenders of that. I'd say the second one is Wings, third one is Boogie, fourth one is Low Tier Bitch. but he lies about everything. And in the Discord, the theory, I think that I have this theory. Again, it's only a theory because I can't prove it, but there have been leaks of the Discord where the same 4 or 5 people are the only ones there talking with DSP, and they're basically sucking the dick, the pig dick, the twisted curly pig dick of him, and just being like, "Hey man, like here, and blah blah blah, and here's my support and everything." He has a tab that says donations right in the Discord that he said did not exist. There's footage of it. Google it. Darksydephil Discord. You're gonna find that he says it didn't exist. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna ban you. What an idiot. And then he just starts laughing like a retard. He forces the laughter, and that's the worst one. It makes me want to fucking punch his lights out. If I ever saw DSP on the street, even if I got lawsuit, even if there was a lawsuit, I would probably maybe not punch him, but at the very least, I would spit on him. I would probably, I would just like record him and laugh at him. But I really wish I could say that I want to punch him, but I don't want to threaten violence on a YouTube video because that can actually get it removed. So I can't say that I'm gonna punch him or spit on him. I would probably do it, but I'm not gonna do it. Let me clarify this, YouTube. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. So you can't get me for that. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just thinking out loud. Let's say it like that. You know, like when people say, like, "God damn it, I wish I could kill my boss." It doesn't mean that you're actually gonna kill him. Just to clarify. And he's never gonna come to my country. He's never gonna come to South America, to Chile, to Santiago. There's no way. He barely leaves his house ever. Like that's enough for me to know. But the whole point is that you can make a whole video about only iced coffee and about the people that support him. The other problem, and this is related to what I was just talking about, which is the cult-like behavior, which is I'll just read it right now in my script, but it's the same thing. He lies about everything. He gives double meaning to things. He says like chill positive streams. They're not chill. He's always screaming and angry. They're not positive. They're the complete opposite. Stream is a very big misnomer, and of course he has the level 1 podcast, which he calls it that because I think it was Keemstar that said you're still stuck at level 1 on the tutorial level while everyone else is kind of moved on. So DSP, the retard, decided, oh, I'm going to embrace this. I'm going to use this to my advantage. But it's pathetic. It's not a podcast. It's him talking to no one. He doesn't talk to his chat. It's him talking to no one, repeating the same stupid shit every single time. And everyone on this chat says the same fucking thing. This is the same thing that you were talking about the other day. And then I'm just going to ban this idiot. What a fucking moron. I'm going to ban him. And then he gets the like the fake laughter that really makes me want to fucking punch his lights out. I wish I could. But all of this is the first point of the video, and this is what I was talking about with the Twitter link that I posted before, and it's on the comment section. I'm sorry, on the comment on the what the hell's the name of the video description, where he says that this guy, his name is Fuck Korax, by the way. It's there. It's on the video. So shout out to him because kind of true. And he says, how does he do it? How does he keep lasting like people like Dr. Disrespect, which I'm going to get to in a minute. And I said, I think I wrote a comment. Yeah, I wrote a comment that said like he's not surviving. He's more like on life support because again, it's the same 4 people giving him money, and he's on the brink of failure. Like if one of those people stop donating their money, that's already like a fifth or maybe even a quarter of his entire income gone. And of course, Only Iced Coffee would step up like he has done in the past. Only Iced Coffee has taken the place of other whales. Whales, we refer to the term as the people that donate a lot of money to the DSP, because there's some losers that donate like $1 or $2 or something like that, and that's not including the Argentinian memberships, which I'm not even going to talk about. That's a whole other can of worms. But the biggest problem that I have with this is that someone doesn't understand that he's not like doing well. Like to me, surviving is like you're doing okay. It's gonna get better. DSP has been on a fucking downward slope all his life, and every time that he loses a whale, every time that he loses a supporter, every time that he loses like another person, one of his remaining whale retards, again, they're retarded. They're mentally handicapped people. They have problems. This is not an insult. I'm not calling them retarded for the sake of being retarded. These are people with mental problems. And he takes advantage of them by giving them soft stories, by telling blatant lies. And because these people do not have the mental capacity to rationalize it, they're like, I'm going to give my money to him. And they do. And these people give them their disability checks. They have to be making disability checks. I'm sorry. Again, this is not an insult. I wish that I were joking. I wish that it were a joke, but this is legit. He takes money from mentally handicapped people. That's the worst part. Like when low tier bitch like lives in a bedroom with like 5 other dudes, like that's because he ruined his life. But DSP is ruining other people's lives, people with mental disabilities. And by the way, no joke, there have been many whales of DSP that have like broken out of the pig noses, the hypnotic pull of that snort and that disgusting face, and be like, holy shit, man, I donated like $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 in total to this guy over the years because I liked him. But then I watched the detractor videos and it's like, wow, this guy is an actual liar and a scammer and a groomer. I'm not going to support it. And they don't. Some of them do come back to the pig pen and they do donate after knowing the truth because they're pathetic people, not because they're mentally handicapped. At that point, you're fucked. Like, if you know what you're spending your money on, like you're going to donate $50 to him, and after taxes, he gets like, let's say 40, I guess, or maybe a little less. But then after that, when he gets that money, he immediately uses it. And I don't mean like later. He takes that money from his PayPal account and instantly uses it to pay WWE champions and DoorDash and Jin. Instantly. Again, not a maybe. He has done it. He receives a donation, goes to the bathroom for like 5 minutes to play a little bit more pools of gacha of his fucking WWE champions, and then comes back. And again, like I said, there's evidence. This is not open to debate. There's evidence, hard evidence, that DSP has an account of WWE champions. There's a video by Secret Unlimited. You can look it up on YouTube. Secret Unlimited. It's all one word. Where he has at least $100,000 spent on it. I think it's more. I think at this point it's got to be at least $250,000. He made over his entire YouTube career, like 14 or 15 years, he's made $2 million. And there was one video where one viewer asked him, like, hey, what happened to the $2 million? Because $2 million is a titanic amount of money. It's more than like 95% or like 99% of the population of the world would ever see. And he says this, no joke, he says this. He says, like, when he does this shake, it means he's lying. When he does anything, like I said, it went to Bills, stupid. And then he does like this, so fucking stupid. Oh my. He's sarcastic, but he's retardedly sarcastic. Like, he doesn't understand that when he does this, oh my God, you're so stupid. He doesn't understand that he comes off as a lying retard. He doesn't get it. His mind doesn't operate it because he's fucked up in the head. Because of all the gin, because of all the slurry, like, you know, like the Stallone, like, and the crazy eyes and everything. Like, he's gonna die in like the next 5 years of some fucking brain disease or aneurysm, and I'll be happy when he dies. I'm gonna celebrate. I'm not even joking. I'm probably gonna take a day off of work and be like, "Yay, let's celebrate!" Woo! And just fucking go piss on his fucking grave, man. The guy's a loser. When he dies, not if. When he dies early, like from here to 10 more years of a bad disease or something else, I'm gonna be so happy. But like, he lied about it. He's like, "Oh, it went to Bills." No, 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 no. $2 million do not disappear on Bills. And this is another lie that he always likes to say. I know that I'm getting sidetracked, but there's so much. I could be talking about him for hours, for days, and it wouldn't be enough to scratch the surface. He has lied about taxes, new taxes that come in. That's not a reality. There's no such thing. I have been living alone since 2019. No, I'm sorry, since 2017. I opened my company 2019. Sorry, that's a different thing. I've been living alone since like May, or well, April, but really May of 2017. When I was 36, 37, 36 years old, I think. So since 2017 until today, 7 years ago, I've been living in this apartment. It's a great apartment. It's not mine, but I pay the rent and I pay the bills and I pay the other stuff. I pay the bills. Never, ever, ever have I received a surprise bill or I have 2 new bills to pay. That doesn't happen. That doesn't exist. And the reason is simple. He's lying because he's telling people he wants to beg to people, because he's not a streamer. He's a beggar. He's a professional beggar. And I've always wanted to distinguish this. And I think I said this in the Wings of Redemption video, but there's a difference between begging and there's a difference between like doing something and getting money for it. There's a difference. When when you're driving your car and a guy like stands up in front of your car and like juggles like, balls, and he juggles it and it's really impressive. That guy will probably go to your window and be like, "Hey, can you spare like a quarter or something, or maybe $1 or something?" If you like it, some people do it out of politeness more than they like it, so they give him like $1. But imagine that this is the same situation with DSP. Imagine that a person went up to the front of a like you get to a red light while you're driving your car, and you're just chilling there, and then some fat fucking asshole comes over and he takes a bunch of balls and he's like, okay, how do I juggle this shit? And oh fuck. It wasn't my fault, dude. I dropped the input, so I can't fucking like juggle the balls. Oh my god, I'm gonna throw this ball to the air. Oh my god, the ball fucking fell through my hand. Did you see it? No, no one saw it. Shut the fuck up. You're banned. You're not even part of this conversation. And then he went up to your window and said, I want $100. And you said like, no. What the fuck, man? Like, didn't you just see me? I just did everything right. I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct. And then you're not giving me money? Oh my god, but what about my in this case his bills? But I gotta pay my bills. So he's not a streamer. Darksydephil is not a streamer. He's a beggar. He's an e-beggar. He begs people for money. When you find a stream that you like, when you find someone that you like on YouTube, I mean, on YouTube, I guess it's different because you do get like, if you're part of the affiliate program, you do get paid. I'm not at this moment, and I'm probably never gonna be, but you get like 1 million views. That gets you like, let's say, $1,000 or $2,000. There's like a way that it works. I don't know exactly how it works, and you can make money off of that. But you're giving people content, and they don't have to pay it. Like they're being paid by ads, and not a lot of money, but they can get sponsorships and other things. That makes you a professional YouTuber. That makes you a professional Twitch streamer. That makes you a professional something. If you go on YouTube or Twitch, for example, and you put in ads, and people like say, I like this content, I'm going to donate money. That's not begging because you're not asking for money. If people want to, they do it. But DSP, when he says, guys, streams has been a little slow, so sorry, all the time. It's disgusting. It's fucking foul. And then he goes over and he says, if you guys could donate a little bit more money, because honestly, it's been pretty slow tonight. Even if he got like $200 early in the day, even if he had like $1,000 early in the day, the night stream doesn't matter. And you can type it in the chat and be like, yo, man, like, didn't you just get like $1,000? Oh my god, what a fucking idiot! I'm gonna ban you. What the fuck are you talking about? That didn't happen. Oh my god, people are so fucking stupid. Oh, that's all he does. That's it. He's not a fucking streamer. He's a beggar. People that give money are donating to a beggar that takes that money and fucking goes over and spends it on a fucking gambling site so that he can get sweaty JPEGs of fucking Hulk Hogan's golden dick. That's it. And people still donate to money. And some people actually, again, this is on my YouTube channel too, if you want to check it out. There's a guy that donated money to him because he was like, oh, I know that he spends it all on like WWE champions, but I still give him the money. I was like, wow, fucking wow. If you do that, it's your money, man. If you want to lose that money, please. If you're that crazy that you want to do that, please do it. This is not why I wanted to make this video, believe it or not. The main thing is the fact that he groomed his ex-girlfriend, Liana. Now, if you don't know anything, there was a girl called Pandalay Gaming, and I tried, and I'm so sorry because I tried so hard to refine this Twitter link that someone posted like, I think 3 days before I made this video, where someone posted evidence that Liana moved in with Darksydephil, who was 11 years older than her. So she was 18, he was 29. I think maybe about 29, and now he's like 40 something. I think I don't even know how old DSP is in this moment, but could probably do the math. It doesn't matter. But the important thing is that she wrote a comment in a forum post that said, hi, I'm Liana, and it was Pandalay Gaming, and she had the picture and everything, I think. And she said, I met him, or no, I became his girlfriend when I was 18. And therein lies the problem. He wasn't he wasn't. He was talking to her when she was underage. DSP Darksydephil groomed a minor. And again, the reason why I made this video is because of fucking some ungodly coincidence. The Doctor Disrespect thing happened. Doctor Disrespect was not allegedly. This happened. He was well, not sexting. He had inappropriate comments with a minor. Now, when I think inappropriate, I'm thinking sexual because in my mind I was thinking, but what if, for example, like a 16-year-old girl like wrote to me in by Discord and said, "Yo, can you score me some weed?" Said like, if well, if she was asking me, I'd say no because I don't know anyone that deals with. I had a friend in university that could hook you up with weed, but I didn't keep in touch with that person, and we were friends at one point. And I have smoked weed in the past. I didn't like it. My friend did smoke a lot of weed, and some of my other friends in university did. Not relevant to the point, but if an underage girl like talked to me, for example, and just said like, "Hey, I'm trying to score some weed. Can you like hook me out?" She was 16. Let's say 16 because they never stated the age. So I assume it's between 15 and obviously 17 because she was underage. She wasn't 18. But if a girl like posted that to me and I said like, you know what, like I would probably say like, you know what, like nah, like I don't know anyone and I don't want to get fucking arrested for helping an underage girl get weed or something. And the reason why I pointed it out is because if that would have happened to Doctor Disrespect, if Doctor Disrespect would have gotten like a message from a girl, not even a boy, a girl who was 16, and he would have revealed a chat log that would have said like, "Yo, Doctor D, I'm a big fan of you." Well, with girly voice, and he said like, and she said like, "Can you help me score some weed?" And he said like, "Keep this between us. Don't you fucking tell a fucking soul, okay? This is between us, all right?" And she's like, "Okay." And then like get caught in it. I think that if he would have been caught selling weed to a minor, it would have been bad. But I think that he would have gotten a whole new crowd. Shit, if I would have heard about it, not as a Doctor Disrespect fan, but like as a viewer, I would have been like, "Yo, man, like, subscribe, yo, man, enjoy that shit. You're helping out the community. You gave weed to some 16-year-old girl, but fucking man, she's gonna smoke weed no nonetheless." Like whatever. I think that he would have gotten like support from like weed smokers everywhere, stoners everywhere would have been like, "Yo, man, I started smoking weed when I was 14 and I'm super good right now." Something like that. I guess he would have gotten like a whole new. He would have lost sponsorships. He would have lost support, but I think he would have gained other types of support. I would have continued to watch him if he would have like sold pot to a like or weed to like a 16-year-old girl. I would have been like, it's not right, but it's like fuck fuck the government kind of stuff. Like yeah, place at 420. I would have been happy. I think most people would have been happy. He didn't do that though. In his own words, again, this is not alleged. He said it. He sent inappropriate text or he exchanged inappropriate text with a minor. Inappropriate text if it's not related to drugs because he would have said it. This is definitely some kind of sexual tone to it. I don't know what happened. I don't know if pictures were exchanged. We never got that far, but we now know that he confirmed it. He lost his company, his video game company that was making video games. Obviously, he lost probably all his sponsorships. His videos have been, his YouTube channel has been demonetized. Everything else. The reason why I made this video and the reason why you saw the cover is that Darksydephil did the same thing and he's still monetized on YouTube, which is why I want to ask the people that are watching this video, please, this video with YouTube, please make them fucking look into this because this to me is retarded. Like, how the hell can Doctor Disrespect, a guy with 4.8 at the time million subscribers, making hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars off of Twitch at the time, and then when he got banned on YouTube at the time, and he was like the biggest, I think, or one of the biggest Twitch streamers at the time, if I'm not crazy, something like that. I think he was one of the biggest, maybe the biggest at one point. I watched his streams a few times, never more than like a minute because I don't really watch a lot of other streamers too much, except maybe like Vine Sauce. I like Vine Sauce and some other people. But then Darksydephil, he's been doing this for years, and the evidence is there. He was fucking flirting with his girlfriend. How do we know he was grooming her? Because the moment that she turned 18, she immediately went to live halfway across the country. Maybe not halfway, but let's say at least 3 states. 600 kilometers, 300 kilometers, 400 kilometers away from her own house with her parents and she went to live instantly with him the moment that she turned 18. I'm like, dude, that's grooming. That is sexual grooming. That is illegal. If I go on YouTube or Google right now, I'm gonna Google it right now. I don't know if you can see this, but let me go on Google right now. Can you see this? No, you can't. But if I go on Google right now and I were to type, for example, is grooming illegal? Once grooming becomes sexual conduct, it becomes a crime punishable by law. Wow. Grooming is an offense. If you suspect, even if you're not sure, sexual grooming to establish an emotional connection with a minor, sometimes the child's family, to lower the child's defenses. So there's wow, some people say that it's not illegal. Some people say that it's illegal, according to the link. But my point is, even if it's not illegal, this is the same reason that Dr. Disrespect was banned. This is the same reason that his channel got demonetized. So why the fuck is YouTube not demonetizing the video from the YouTube channel of Darksydephil? He's got like 3 channels. He's got like a throwback channel. He's got a DSP Reacts channel, and he's got his main channel DSP at DSP Gaming or Darksydephil. And he hasn't been banned. He hasn't been demonetized. He was banned off of Twitch, which he said, I think today I saw a Twitter link that said like, someone asked him in his chat like, "Were you banned out of Twitch?" And he said, "No. What are you talking about?" No, no, no. He attacks like the same retarded shit every time when he gets caught in a lie. He's like, "No, I don't know what you're talking about. Let me clarify." And then he says, "I was banned, but," and I'm like, "Holy Jesus! How do you lie within a space of like 15 seconds?" And that's in the video. You can look it up on Twitter. I don't have the link, but it's there. It's scary. Like, this guy lies as he breathes. Like, he eats and sleeps lies. It's crazy. But the whole point that I want to make, and this is a message to YouTube, why the fuck is Darksydephil still monetized? And this is on top of all the fucking, like, quote unquote gray areas where he's scamming people. He says, if you subscribe to the channel, you get these perks. Then he doesn't give you the perks. And then I've complained about him. I've made at least easy since I became a detractor, like 2017. Easy, at least 50 reports on his videos and his channels where he's been like timed out from Twitch, on Twitter, on YouTube. But then he comes back, and YouTube doesn't give a shit. YouTube is okay with it. By my logic, YouTube is okay with grooming. YouTube supports it, because if they didn't, they would take an action against Darksydephil. If you want evidence, YouTube, you can look it up. It's on Twitter. The messages are there. This is not like, oh, I need to admit it. No, it's there. The evidence is there of the lies. And if someone wants to report this to the IRS, please do, because Darksydephil has lied about bankruptcies. He's lied about his girlfriend, which he groomed because they moved in together when she was 18 and he was 11 years older than her, which is fucked up. And they started living together, and he showed his girlfriend on video. So if she was 18, when the fuck did he start fucking sexting her and sending them gross messages? And yes, there was a video on YouTube of Darksydephil playing with his like little pecker through his pants, and he showed the like 2-inch boner playing around with it, and he showed it to someone on YouTube. And it's there somewhere, and I don't want to find it, and I'm not going to link it, by the way, but it's there. If you look hard enough, you can find anything. And that's what I wanted to talk about. YouTube, the conclusion of this video is that YouTube doesn't care that there is an actual groomer, scammer, liar on their website, except if it's like Dr. Disrespect, they have to take action. But if it's like a little, quote unquote, little YouTuber like Darksydephil, they don't care. They really don't give a shit. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about. So that's it for me, ladies and gentlemen. This is SopamanxX signing off. If you want to drop a follow on Twitch, on YouTube, and I have a Discord, it's all in the links below. I'd appreciate it if you do. I guess there's no need for me to say, like, you know what to do. If you like the video, you know what to do. Like it. If you want to subscribe to the channel, you subscribe. You know what to do. You don't need to be told what to do, right? If you want to give me a follow on Twitch, though, that I appreciate. And like I said, I'm going to link the link of the Twitter that started all this. And unfortunately, I haven't found the other one. If I find it, I'm going to post it on the comment section, and I'm going to post it on the video comment as well. Ladies and gentlemen, this is SopamanxX signing off. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace out. See you. Take care. Bye-bye.